up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Arizona Cardinals. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10. Marshall. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Marshall. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again. Marshall. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going to pass it, touchdown, Washington.
Complete to number 14.
Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 39, Murray. His throw incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Try the jet sweep here, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the gun, Marshall. Complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. On 1st down, Marshall. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Come on. A 20-yard touchdown. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they...
This ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when they grabbed that one.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Off play action. Marshall. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Marshall. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down. Marshall under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Marshall. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. From the gun, Marshall escaping the pressure right. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Shotgun now from Murray. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their back route. They're all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
6-yard pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on second down, Marshall, and that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, it's Gibson, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 29.
The stop by Marcus Davenport. It's a game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
15 yards the pickup, first down Washington. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Murray eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, so close to an interception. Ran that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He's going to let it go again. They've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Operating from the gun, Marshall. And that is going to be incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a handoff looking right. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. Now it's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys Eagles will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Marshall. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Marshall. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. From the gun, Marshall. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal.
23 yards, the final tally. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is... And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Back now here on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And then here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Marshall escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now they try the right side here. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Play fake. Murray. They'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is taken in. It's complete. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This throw caught left side. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 38-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. Now he lets it go deep for Cook. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, Marshall. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases misses it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Troy Hampton. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. 30, 10, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A huge play there for Washington. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Marshall. Give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Murray off play action. He's going to let it fly. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Marshall. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Cardinals
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it, and that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray, one final try. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.